and welcome back to Channeling Truth. I was putting my daughter, I'm going to do a different video today. When I was putting my daughter down for bed last night, a story came to me. I often get children's picture books come to me that I try to create on the side. But this one kind of really resonated after I looked at it with what I talk about on this channel. So I thought I would share the story with you. This would be a good story to read to your kids too, and teach them about it. It has a good moral to the story. So I tried recording this in my laundry room, but my kids are downstairs, so I thought I would take over the dining room for a little bit and just switch things up. So I'm just going to read the story to you. I'm not an artist or an illustrator or animator, so sorry, you're going to have to imagine this story in your head. So close your eyes or whatever you have to do, but I'm going to read the story from here, and then we're going to talk about it. Okay, so the story is called The Mouse in a Hole. So there was a mouse that was walking in the tall grass. Despite his parents' efforts to warn him about getting stuck in a hole, despite all his friends' encouragement that getting stuck in a hole wasn't for them, he fell in a hole. Now he did what any normal mouse would do. He tried to claw up the side of the hole to gain nothing but dirt falling back into his face. He thought how disappointed his parents would be. He saw some roots sticking out, so he grabbed them and tried to pull himself up, and the roots just busted and he fell back on his butt. He thought about what a laughingstock all his friends would think of him. He sat down, covered with dirt, with sore hands and a sore bum, and he started to cry. He thought, I might as well be stuck down in here. No one's going to understand. No one's going to care. No one's going to come and help me. As he sat there, he thought the ground was actually kind of nice, and it felt good on his sore butt. And he noticed how cool the earth was, and it wasn't as hot as the blazing sun from above. He didn't mind it as much after he thought about this. Unknown to the mouse, a man saw him stuck in the hole, and he wanted to help, but he didn't want to frighten the mouse even more. So he carefully placed a stick in the hole, but so quietly that the mouse didn't even notice. The mouse still sat and sulked for a long time. Then he thought, my parents actually might be worried about me, as he saw the light dim from up above. My friends might accept me for getting stuck in a hole, and they might even learn from me. And if they can't, maybe they're not ready for this change. Yeah, he thought, as he stood up with a new perspective. He stepped backwards to get a new look at the hole and bumped into the stick the man had left. Oh, what's this, the mouse thought. Has this been here this whole time, and I didn't notice? Not wanting to stick around for the answer, he climbed out. So it's just funny because I feel like if we look at all of our lives, we can relate to this fictional story of the mouse. I think we often get stuck in a rut or stuck in holes, and we are so focused on being stuck in that hole that we can't see a solution. A lot of times people try to give us help, but we don't even see the help that's being given because we're so stuck on the problem. And you can see, after I didn't write this story to match how I believe and what I believe in. This story just flowed through me, and I wrote it down as soon as it came. That's what I kind of do. I don't feel like I make up these stories in my head. I kind of feel like they flow through me. So when I looked at this after I had it written, I just was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I gotta tell this story. Because first of all, the man didn't place the stick into the hole until, let's see, he sat there and started recognizing his surroundings as something, the good things about him. He started changing his perspective to how he viewed the space around him, the hole that he was stuck in. As soon as he started accepting it and allowing him to be there, despite his real personality, like his real problems with how his parents and friends felt about him, the man, he lined up with a solution to his problem. Though he didn't see it until he actually refocused his attention to how his parents and friends would feel bad about him, to how they would be worried about him and how they would want him no matter what. Because to be honest with you, if people can't accept you for who you are, that's their problem. That's not you. You are perfect just the way you are. You're a beautiful creature, and you can be stuck in any holes that you want, and you can work yourself out of them. But it all depends on how you feel about the circumstance that you're in, not about how other people feel about it, okay? And he found that stick. As soon as he accepted everything, and he allowed everything and said, my life is fine just the way it is. And nobody is going to look down on me because I'm in the situation. And if they do, it's unbeknownst to me, and I'm not going to let that bother me, because that's not me. That's not because of me. Okay? So that's really all I had to say. I really love writing children's stories, and I hope this resonated with you, and I hope you enjoyed this story. Please share it with your children or whoever. Listen to it a couple times. I'll try to get a little book created from this if anybody does want that. But I hope you resonated with this, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Don't worry, wherever you're at is exactly where you need to be, and you will get out of it as soon as you change your perspective from the space that you're in. Okay? Peace, much love. Bye.